Are we filming?
Little used to.
Waiting for a second.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jamie Porter and Life Tennis Football Show. We're proud to have you on board this afternoon. Let me talk to you first. I think we'll talk to Peter first. The Dons on the weekend, how did they go?
I think very disappointed with their performance. I was expecting a win against Melbourne. Hopefully next week against Fremantle will win because Joe Watson, Michael Hurley come back in the team and have a win against Fremantle.
Okay, now they always say that this is a leveller. Like, you know, they've flown into the season, the Dons.
Yeah.
It's been on the back of James Bird as a new coach.
Yeah.
So they get revved up with the idea of, you know, we're fresh, we're young, we're new.
Mm-hmm.
Then suddenly out of the blue, the Demons just took control and showed them, which was surprising. All the pundits, everybody picked the Dons against the Demons. So fundamentally, what went wrong?
I think mistakes, turning the ball over, taking too long to get rid of the ball, and not kicking straight as well, so no good.
Right. Who have you got this week?
The Fremantle Dockers up at Subiaco, and
Should be a big ask, I'd imagine.
yeah, hopefully ready to pump up the boys.
Okay, now on the other side of the coin, we've got the Lieutenant. What did you think about the weekend?
Oh, I'm happy that Melbourne run. We won. We stopped the first quarter and the second we were down. The third quarter, fourth we played alright. And then they were happy after the game. And the thing up, and we're so happy.
Okay, probably take the pressure off the coach, right?
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of pressure on him last week or so.
I'm so happy. And next week we got Collingwood, next week Queen's Birthday Clash.
And how do you think you'll go?
We'll see how we go. We're going to make some changes for Melbourne side.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because Melbourne actually matched up very well with Collingwood. And if you recall last year, it was a draw.
Yeah.
So it will be very interesting to see
how we go. Melbourne played good in the first quarter.
Yes, yeah, no, it's getting a good start. It's important, particularly against Collingwood these days, because they're getting notorious for their last quarters, which is really good. All right, we'll move on to Jamie. What are your thoughts on the weekend with the Bulldogs?
No, well, the first goal was good. We kicked 2 goals, good. And last 2 quarters were right, sort of, and then we went a bit slow.
Yeah, no, I don't think they it was almost like they're out of their depth. There's a lot of pressure on the coach this week, I would imagine, because when people don't perform well, the first thing they ask is, you know, what do we talk about the coach, so to speak. So
There's a lot of injuries in that.
yeah, well, what's your plan what do you think for this week? Is there any, have you got any solution?
Maybe you feel some fit play.
Yeah. Who do you think they can play on, who have we got this week?
We got St Kilda.
St Kilda. Who's going to take Nick Reebok? Who will play on him out of your team, do you think?
I think Griffin.
Ryan Griffin, you think? Okay. I was thinking maybe they should swing Murphy back there. Yeah. And I know Murphy's the odd job man. He plays in all sorts of different positions. If they get in trouble, they'll put him on the ball if it's necessary. But it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. And Stefan, do you think the Bulldogs will win this week? Yes or no? No. That's interesting because you'd think that, well, you never know, but I would suggest this will be a turning point for either of those clubs, I would suggest this week. If the Saints get over the Bulldogs, you can say goodbye to the Bulldogs this year. And I think it works vice versa. If the Dogs win this week, it might be bye-bye Saints. All right. Just a quick one. Do you think there's been any major changes? What do you think the big incident of the weekend was? What did you think about Eddie?
Eddie,
what did he do?
well, someone was making a silly comment to a Collingwood player,
Yes.
and it was pointing to the supporter, and I think it's alright because Eddie's allowed to do that because he was making his club's player.
Because he's the president, that's
As a
why.
president.
Yeah, no, not only that, don't you think there's a bigger issue there? That is the guy was having a go at him supposedly based on his race.
Yes.
Okay, they must have called him out.
Something.
Yeah, we don't know, and I don't really want to know.
He didn't swear anyway.
No, he certainly didn't. All right, well, thanks very much. It's been a very good first edition of the Footy Show, and we'll see you all next week.
See you next week.